All right, let's dive in and unlock the real power of the AI assistant Claude. Seriously, by the end of this, you're going to go from asking it simple questions to building entire projects. It's going to completely change how you see this tool.
So let me ask you this. Are you really getting the most out of your AI? Come on, be honest. If you're like most people, the answer's probably no. We tend to treat these incredibly powerful tools like a fancy search engine. Ask a question, get an answer. But that means we're leaving like 90% of its actual capabilities on the table.
Well, today we're going to fix that. First up, we'll nail down the basics. What even is Claude? Then we're going to level you up to prompting like a total pro. After that, we'll get into a game-changing feature called artifacts. And finally, we'll put it all together and turn Claude into your own personal command center. Let's do this.
Okay, first things first. You can't be a power user without a solid foundation, right? So before we get into all the cool advanced stuff, let's get crystal clear on what we're actually working with here. So in a nutshell, Claude is an AI assistant from a company called Anthropic. You can think of it as a major competitor to tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT. But here's the key. It's not just one thing. It's actually a whole family of different models, and each one is built for a different kind of job. And understanding this breakdown is absolutely crucial. You've got Opus, that's the heavyweight. You use it for super complex stuff, like heavy-duty coding or complicated math problems, where you need precision above all else. Then on the other end, you have Haiku. That's the sprinter. It's built for lightning-fast, almost instant responses. And smack in the middle is Sonnet, which gives you that sweet spot, that perfect balance between power and speed for most of your everyday tasks. Honestly, just choosing the right tool for the job is the first big step to getting way better results.
Okay, so knowing the models is one thing, but how you talk to them, that's a whole other ballgame. This next part is really what separates the casual user from a pro, and it all comes down to how you write your prompt.
Oh yeah, we've all done this, right? You get a big idea, you get excited, and you just dump this huge, long request on the AI, asking for everything all at once. We think we're being super efficient, but what we're actually doing is shooting ourselves in the foot and limiting the quality of what we get back.
And here's the core of the problem. When you ask for 3 different things at once, the names, the descriptions, the calendar, Claude has to split its attention and its word count between all of them. And the result? Every single part of the answer is just kind of shallow and not nearly as detailed as it could have been. So what's the secret? It's actually ridiculously simple. Just split your tasks. You can still start by telling Claude the big picture, your overall goal. But then you ask for each piece one by one. First, just ask for the channel names. Get a great list you love. Then move on and ask for the descriptions. And after that, ask for the content calendar.
And the difference is, well, it's just staggering. Look at this. In one test, asking for just the channel names in its own prompt got a response that was over 1,000 words long. That same request, when it was buried inside that big multi-part prompt, it only got 334 words. That is 3 times more creativity, 3 times more detail, just from changing how you ask.
Okay, so if you thought that was cool, buckle up. This is where things get really, really interesting. We're about to go way beyond just chatting. We're going to turn Claude into an interactive tool that can literally build things for you, right in front of your eyes. And we do this using a feature called artifacts. Basically, it's this special window that can pop up right next to your conversation, and inside it, Claude can build and run live code, create charts, or even generate little mini apps. Now, you might have to flip a switch in your settings to turn this on, but trust me, you're going to want to.
So let's check out a fun, really practical example. Someone gave Claude this prompt to make a simple app for a golf game. The whole idea was for a random club challenge where the app just tells you what club you have to use for your next shot. A really simple, clear request.
And boom, just like that, in seconds, Claude generated a real, working mini app right there in the artifacts window. It's got a button you can click, it shows you the club, and it even styled it with a whole golf theme. This isn't just text anymore. This is an interactive tool made from a single sentence. It's kind of like magic. And this is just scratching the surface. You can get it to create interactive dashboards from a PDF so you can quiz yourself. You can have it build data visualizations from a spreadsheet. It can generate custom color palettes for your brand, or even become your own personal writing editor. The possibilities here are just huge. Now, building mini apps is pretty mind-blowing, but what if we could take it one massive step further?
What if Claude wasn't just a website you visit, but it was the central hub, the command center that connects and controls all the other apps you use every single day?
Well, that's possible now with a feature called connectors. The easiest way to think about them is like secure little bridges that give Claude permission to talk to your other apps. And I'm talking about desktop apps like iMessage and Notes, your entire Google Suite, and even web services like HubSpot or Stripe. This is how you really turn it into your command center.
I mean, think about a really common, boring task. Maybe you get new business leads that come into your Gmail. Right now, you probably have to find those emails, copy the information, open a Google Sheet, paste it all in, and then maybe go update your CRM. It's so repetitive and it just eats up your time.
Now, what if you could just say this instead? With those connectors turned on, this single, simple prompt tells Claude to do that entire multi-step, multi-app workflow all by itself. It will read your email, find the leads, create a brand new Google Sheet, and fill it in with all the right information perfectly formatted. It's a total game changer.
And this whole command center idea gets even more powerful when you start using two other pro-level features. With projects, you can set up these dedicated workspaces, giving Claude custom instructions and knowledge for specific recurring tasks. And when you turn on memory, Claude actually remembers important details from your past chats. All these things work together to transform it from just a powerful tool into a truly personalized assistant that gets you and your workflow. So let's just take a breath and look at the journey we just took. We started by just learning to ask better questions, by splitting up our prompts. Then we moved on to instantly building interactive tools using artifacts. And we ended up by automating our digital life, turning Claude into a true command center. You officially have the roadmap now. You know how to go from a casual user to an absolute power user. All that potential is sitting right there at your fingertips. So I guess there's only one question left. What amazing thing are you going to build first?